Welcome back, students. Welcome to the class. In the previous class, we have discussed about the Vesper theory, that is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Now let's take a fresh look on that, and then we further discuss the various aspects of the theory once more. Now, according to the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, geometry of the covalent molecule depends upon number one fact is what? Number one, upon the number of electron pair present in the outer shell of the central atom. Okay, it means electronic configuration of the central atom matters here. Second, how many bond pairs are present around the central atom. Second, how many lone pairs are present around the central atom. Why it is so taken into consideration? Because bond pair is under the influence of the two nuclei, while lone pair of the electron is under the influence of only one nucleus. So according to the Vesper theory, lone pair repulsion is more than lone pair pi bond repulsion, then lone pair sigma bond repulsion, then pi bond repulsion, then pi sigma, and then sigma repulsion. So the central atom surrounded by the same type of atoms give rise to a regular geometry in the molecule on account of similar repulsive interaction exist in the molecule. The central atom, if surrounded by both bonded and non-bonded pair of electrons, bonded means that is bond pair and non-bonded means that are lone pair, then it will give rise to an irregular geometry to the molecule. You haven't taken into consideration that lone electronegativity of the atom also taken into account. The distortion happen due to different repulsive interaction. Why? We already discussed that lone pair repulsion is greater than sigma bond repulsion. It means repulsive interactions making the potential energy matter here. Now, the electronegativity of the central atom, the size of the orbital containing the lone pair, and the presence of empty orbitals in the central atom, they also play very important role. Later on, we will discuss, not now but after hybridization, the Drago rule and the Bent rule. Now, according to the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, the definite shape of the any covalent molecule depend upon the pair of electrons on the central atom. The covalent bond is formed by the sharing of the electrons, and the covalent bonds and we know that here the electron pairs are of two types, bond pair and lone pair repulsions dominating over the other electronic repulsions. Now, if all are present are bond pair, then it is a perfect trigonal planar geometry. If it is sp2 hybridized, there will be 3 bond pair. If there are 4 bond pair, then perfect tetrahedral sp3. This is the bond angle. So in this case, bond angle is 120. In this case, bond angle is 109.5. In that case, 5, that is sp3d. The geometry is trigonal bipyramidal, and there are 2 types of bond angles. One at 90 degree, other is 120. I think yesterday we have discussed about that already. And next is about octahedral. What is that? Octahedral geometry. In case of octahedral geometry, all the bond angles are at 90 degree to each other. So these are the cases when you have a perfect geometry, when all are what, when all are bond pairs. So when the bond pairs are present, there is no what, there is no distortion in the geometry of the molecule. So now look at here, that if there are three types of electron pair there, if all three of them are bond pair, if all three of them are bond pair, then it will be a trigonal planar geometry. But if in that case, you can see here, this type of orbital structure means presence of lone pair. Look at that. If that weakened lobe is present, it will indicate presence of what? Presence of a lone pair. So here in this case, what is happening? In this case, there are two bond pair and one lone pair. So you have a bent structure. Okay, you have what? You have a bent structure. Yesterday I told you already that. Look at the case of what? Look at the case of SO2. In case of SO2, it is a bent structure. In case of SnCl2 also, there is a bent structure. In case of nitroid ion also, it is a bent structure. Why? Because in all of them, one lone pair is present on the central atom. Are you sure about that? I am repeating once more. If there are three electron pair are there, and out of these three electron pair, two are bond pair and one is lone pair, then you have bent structure. Then you have bent structure. Are you sure? Now, if you have now four electron pair around the central atom, if all four of them are bond pair, it is perfect tetrahedral. If you have one lone pair, this is one lone pair. If you have one lone pair, then the geometry will be trigonal pyramidal. Yesterday I told you that in ammonia you have what? You have trigonal bipyramidal structure. Why? Because the presence of the lone pair on the nitrogen atom, what? It will give you distortion. So in case of four electron pair, if one of them is lone pair, it will be slight distortion, that is called as pyramidal geometry. But if there are two lone pair are here, like this one, these are two lone pair are there, okay, then I told you yesterday, in water there are two lone pair. So the structure is bent. The structure is bent in that case. Similarly, in case of, and one thing more also, what you have to learn here also, that in that case also, the methane has greater bond angle than ammonia, and ammonia has greater bond angle than water. More the number of lone pair on the central atom, okay, then what can happen? Then the bond angle become lesser and lesser in case of tetrahedral geometry. So pyramidal and bent shape are two distortion or two kind of distortion in tetrahedral geometry. Now consider the case of trigonal bipyramidal. Now in case of trigonal bipyramidal, if all of them are what? If all of them are bond pair, then you have a perfect trigonal bipyramidal geometry. 5 bond pair. If you have one lone pair, then you have seesaw structure. Okay, what is seesaw structure? It is like that. That on two sides, two children are sitting, and that is the two iron rods on which that. So if one child will go downward, the other will go upward. And if the second one will go upward, the first one will go downward. So it is seesaw. Two children. It means you are sitting along with your brother on one seesaw. So if you will go down, your brother will go up, and these iron rod will remain fixed. Seesaw. Are you getting that? T-shaped structure. T-shaped structure is present only when you have two lone pair. Okay. In linear shape can be present. Now here you have to understand that seesaw happen in case of what? Seesaw will happen in case of SF4. T shape will happen in case of CLF3. Linear shape will happen in case of XGF2. So these examples you have to keep in your mind. Okay, all of them have 5 bond pairs around them, but linear means only 2 as bond pair, 3 are lone pair, 1, 2 and 3. In T shape there are 5 bond pair, but out of that 5, 2 are lone pair. Similarly, in case of octahedral also, the total number of electron pair around the central atom is what? 6. If all 6 of them are bond pair, then it will be a perfect octahedral. If one of them is a lone pair, okay, then it is a square pyramidal geometry. If you have two lone pair, one above the plane, this is above the plane, and one below the plane, okay, then you have a square planar geometry. If one lone pair, square pyramidal. If two lone pair, then square planar. And if there are 3 bond pair and 3 lone pair, then you got T shape. And if you have what? If you have 2 bond pair and 4 lone pair, then you have linear shape. So these things you have to take into account while discussion. Now look at here, in this case what is happening. Now in this case the bond angle is less than 120. The bond angle will be less than 120 if you have presence of one lone pair. So presence of one lone pair, this lone pair will repel this bond, the lone pair will repel this bond. So what will happen? These bond will come close together and bond angle decreases. Otherwise the perfect bond should be 120. But in case of what? In case of NO2 negative, in case of SnCl2, or in case of SO2, the bond angle is what? The bond angle is not 120 but less than that. Due to what? Lone pair. So there is what? Lone pair, bond pair repulsion. In all of them, the bond angle is not 120. So in all 3 cases, the bond angle is not 120. Reason being the presence of lone pair. So there will be lone pair, bond pair repulsion, and that will cause the distortion in the molecule and it will become bent or angular in shape. Okay, sure about that? For example, BCl3, perfect trigonal planar. All 3 bond pair are present. But in case of nitrite ion, SnCl2 and sulfur dioxide, you have presence of lone pair on the central atom. And the presence of lone pair on the central atom will cause the distortion in the molecule. Now in the next case, what we will discuss that if there are 4 electron pair around the central atom and all 4 of them are bond pair, then it will take a perfect tetrahedral shape. Okay, but if you have 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair, then you have a trigonal pyramidal shape. What you have? A trigonal pyramidal shape. And if you have two bond pair and two lone pair, okay, then you have a bent shape or angular shape molecule. Water is one such example. Here, three bond pair, one lone pair. Ammonia is the example. And all are bond pair. Methane is the example. Now, in case when there are 5 electron pair are there, if there are 5 bond pair, it will be a perfect trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Okay, sure about that? In PCl5 it happens. If there are 4 bond pair and one lone pair around central atom, then you have a seesaw structure, that is SF4. If there are 3 bond pair and 2 lone pair, then you have T-shaped structure. Most of the time that T shape is bent T or bent T structure. The example is ClF3. If there are 2 bond pair and 3 lone pair around the central atom, then there will be a linear shape. Answer is XeF2 or I3 negative. Are you getting that in your mind? Nice. Now look at that scenario once more, that if you have 2 bond pair and 1 lone pair, total is 3 electron pair. 3 perfect geometry is what? Perfect geometry is trigonal planar. But in that case it is bent. Why? Because of lone pair bond pair repulsion. Here what happens? Lone pair bond pair repulsion happens. And due to lone pair bond pair repulsion, it got a bent structure. Okay, ozone and SO2. I already discussed with you SO2 structure, and O3 are such structures. Now, in case of what? In case of ozone, this is the structure of the central atom. Okay, this bond angle is X. So X is less than 120 because of what? Lone pair. Similarly, sulfur dioxide. Y is also less than 120. So in both the cases, lone pair, bond pair repulsion present. Okay, other examples are SnCl2 nitrite ion. Okay, now if there are 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair, I am repeating once more, 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair, total 4 electron pair are there. The perfect geometry should be tetrahedral, but due to the presence of lone pair, so there is lone pair bond pair repulsion. Okay, and due to that what happens? Ammonia you got what? Ammonia you got pyramidal shape. But you got pyramidal shape. We already discussed that. If you have 2 bond pair and 2 lone pair, they are also 4. So you have bent structure like in case of water molecule. Are you getting that? H2S also has that type of structure. Sure? Now look at the structure next. If there are 4 bond pair and 1 lone pair, so total is 5. So it is sp3d geometry. But so the perfect geometry should be trigonal bipyramidal. but due to presence of one lone pair, it got seesaw structure. The answer is SF4. If there are two bond pair, three bond pair and two lone pair, okay, you have a bent T shape, ClF3. If there are five bond pair and one lone pair, then you have a square pyramidal geometry, BRF5. If you have four bond pair and two lone pair, total is 6. Then you have square pyramidal geometry, as in case of XZF4, BRF5. Now look at that. It is a perfect tetrahedral shape and bond angle is 109. That tetrahedral bond angle will decrease. So bond angle will decrease due to lone pair repulsion. This is a perfect tetrahedral geometry where all bond pairs are present. Now look at that. Presence of one lone pair, the bond angle decreased to 107. Okay, sure about that? If there are four bond pair, the angle is 109.5 degree. If there are three bond pair, the angle is 107. So there is a decrease in the bond angle due to lone pair bond pair repulsion. So what can you say? Bond angle decreases. Bond angles decreases due to what? Due to lone pair bond pair repulsion. So lone pair pushes the bond pair. So what can happen? Bond pair will come close together. Okay? Sure? Now let's look at water molecule. In case of water molecule, there are presence of two lone pair on the oxygen atom. So in place of 109.5, you have 104.5. So you can see easily here that the bond angle is less than that of pure tetrahedral bond. So, but here more repulsion are there. Lone pair repulsion present. Look at that. Plus lone pair bond pair repulsion is also present. And bond pair is present always everywhere. Okay, sure about that or not? So that's why magnitude of the repulsive interaction is more in water in comparison to ammonia, despite being have same number of electron pair around themselves. Why? Because number of lone pair are different in both the molecule. In ammonia there is only one lone pair, but in case of water there is presence of two lone pair. So lone pair repulsion becomes more important now. Now look at one more case of PCl. What is the case? The case is very interesting. PCl3. Now PCl3 has also 4 electron pair around itself. Okay, but 3 are bond pair and 1 is lone pair. So it is similar to that of ammonia, but there the bond angle is 107. Here the bond angle is 101. Why it is so? Because in case of nitrogen, the lone pair is closer to the central atom, but in case of phosphorus, the lone pair is what? The lone pair is slightly away from the central atom. Second important thing is that in case of ammonia in nitrogen, the lone pair is present in smaller 2s orbitals. But in case of phosphorus, it belongs to third period. So the orbital size are greater. But again look at that. You have presence of pi electrons are here. So due to what? Due to pi cloud, repulsion still exists, although less than that of lone pair. Pi electrons offer less repulsion than what? Less repulsion than lone pair. So due to that, what happens? You have a bond angle of 103. Look at that bond angle of PCl3. It is 101. Are you sure about that or not? Okay, understood? But if you take a look at PCl4 plus, it again get you the perfect tetrahedral geometry, because all are now what? Now all are bond pair. So now the bond angle is what? The bond angle is perfect 109.5 degrees Celsius. Why? Because here pi bond is present. Here what happens? Pi bond is present. So pi bond repel more. Here all are sigma bond. Okay, there is what? There is a sigma bond repulsion. But in this case, what is happening? There is pi sigma bond repulsion. So pi sigma bond repulsion is more than that of what? Sigma repulsion. So if repulsion is what? Repulsion is more, then the bond angle will decrease. If lone pair repulsions are more, then bond angle will definitely decrease. Now let's look at the bond angle of what? Bond angles of PCl5. Now in case of PCl5, what we are taking into account? In case of PCl5, you have 5 bond pairs. You have 5 bond pair. So hybridization is sp3d. So the geometry should be trigonal. What? It should be trigonal bipyramidal. But now there are 2 types of bond are there. Look at that. In case of PCl5, there are 2 types of bonds are there. The bonds which are present on triangular base, okay, they are called as equatorial bond. They are called as what? Equatorial. 3 chlorine are at equatorial positions. On the wedge of 3 corner of the circle, 3 chlorine are present in PCl5. These 3 chlorines are what? They are called as equatorial chlorine. And 1 chlorine present above the plane, the second chlorine present below the plane. These chlorines are called as what? Axial. So there are 2 axial bonds. So there are 2 what? 2 axial bond and 3 equatorial bond. Okay. In case of what? In case of PCl5 I am talking about. So equatorial bond means the bond which are triangle on the triangular base. Okay, why? Because the geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. So presence of 4 atoms, 1 phosphorus and 3 chlorine. 1 phosphorus and 3 chlorine, 4 atoms are present in one plane. So other PCl bond is above the plane and the second PCl bond is below the plane. Are you sure about that? So here you can see that equatorial bond length, equatorial bond length are smaller. Why equatorial bond lengths are smaller? Because there is no repulsion between equatorial bonds. No repulsive interaction in among equatorial chlorine atoms. So all 3 of them, 1, 2 and 3, okay, the repulsive interaction among 3 of them is least. So bond angle is 120. Bond angle is what? 120. This bond angle is 120. but the bond angles of the chlorine, this chlorine is what, 90 degree to this chlorine is what, this particular chlorine, this PCl bond, this PCl bond is what, this PCl bond especially is perpendicular to all three equatorial. Okay, so axial PCl bond is perpendicular to three equatorial PCl bonds. So one axial PCl is equatorial on what is perpendicular, is one axial PCl bond. One axial PCl bond is perpendicular to the three equatorial PCl bonds. So there will be 6 PCl bond which are perpendicular to the equatorial PCl bond. 3 bond angles are above, 3 bond angles are below plane. Now look at the 3D geometry of what? Tetrahedral, perfect tetrahedral. Perfect tetrahedral is perfect central atom. So 4 corners of tetrahedron occupied by 4 identical atoms, and due to that the bond angle is 109.5. A bond angle will change due to the presence of lone pair, or due to the presence of multiple bond, or due to the presence of other metal of different electronegativity. I am repeating once more. The bond angle changes due to presence of lone pair, due to presence of multiple bond, that is pi bond, and due to the presence of atom of other electronegativity. Now look at the bond angle of what is it, right, look at the picture of the sp3d2, or when you have 6 electron pair around the central atom. Here this pink color, this orange color atom is the central atom. Okay, this is a central atom which is orange in color. This is what? Orange in color. This orange color central atom. Okay, sure about that or not? This orange color is central atom. Around that central atom there are 6 bond pair present. These 3 atoms are present in the same plane. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 atoms are present in the same plane. So one atom is present above the plane, the 6th one is present below the plane. So this is, they are present in straight line, 180 degree. Are you sure? This is the perfect sp3d2 geometry. Perfect means where no repulsive interaction exists and only bond pair exists. I told you already, presence of lone pair or multiple bond in a given geometry will cause the distortion. Why? Because of the presence of unpaired electron and presence of multiple bond, the electronic environment around that bond changes. And what is the actual change? The meaningful change is that the electrons of the bond pair are under the influence of 2 nucleus. But in case of lone pair, it is under the impression of only 1 nucleus. Now take one more example, that is 4 bond pair case. The 4 bond pair case is sp3. Okay, no lone pair is present. So, but in this case, one of the atom is more, fluorine is what? More electronegative than the 3 hydrogen. So when the more electronegative atom is present around the central atom, the electron of the bond pair come closer to fluorine. In case of CH bond, the electron density is closer to carbon. But in CF bond, the electron density or electron pair of the covalent bond is nearer to the fluorine atom. And because it is present to nearer to the fluorine atom, okay, this will result in what? This will result in an different polarity in that particular bond in comparison to the other bond. Are you getting that? and due to that only the angle changes from perfect tetrahedral of 109.5 to 1110. Are you sure about that? Next case is very very important. That is the case, that question is inevitable, that will come in every exam. That is ClF3. In case of ClF3, the central chlorine atom is sp3 hybridized. Okay, and chlorine is central atom here. Okay, the more electronegative atom in case of sp3d geometry, the rule is known as Bent rule. We will discuss after hybridization. The rule states that the less electronegative atom should be at axial position. I told you already there are two types of position in case of sp3d. Okay, these are two axial and three equatorial. The more electronegative atom should be present at axial position. So ClF3 what? And very very importantly, and lone pair should be present at the equatorial position, so that repulsion between them should be what? Repulsive interaction in between the lone pair should be at the minimum level in that particular geometry, and that is possible only if the lone pair occupies the equatorial position. So remember that in ClF3, lone pair always occupy equatorial position, and fluorine occupies both the axial position and one of the equatorial position. ClF3 is an excellent example of bent T-shaped molecule. Bent T-shaped molecule. Now in this bent T-shaped molecule, you can easily see that the fluorine bond angle is not 180, that is 175. It means lone pair are repelling this bond pairs. You have to understand that. And due to that repulsion, what happens? The bond angle moves slightly away from the position and move towards fluorine atom. Okay, that is why also that bond angle, that is FClF bond angle, is also less than 90. Okay, equatorial axial bond angle should be 90, but that is not in this case due to what? Lone pair repulsion. So lone pair in case of ClF3 always occupy equatorial position, because in that case lone pair repulsion will be least. Are you getting that? So in order to make lone pair repulsion least, equatorial positions are preferred in case of sp3d geometry. Okay, in case of sp3d2 geometry, okay, the scenario is different. Okay, look at that, the position of SF4. In case of SF4, what can happen? In case of SF4, okay, the position of one of the equatorial position is occupied by lone pair. So these are three corners of the trigonal plane. Okay, this fluorine and this fluorine is above and below the trigonal plane. So this fluorine is above the plane, this fluorine is below the plane. So it look like that these iron rods are there, and that is you and that is your brother, both are sitting on the iron bench of the seesaw, and if you go down, your brother will go up, and if your brother go down, you will go up. Like that seesaw happens. So SF4 has similar to a seesaw structure. You may have seen seesaw in a nearby park of your house. Now look at the positioning here. Now the positioning is very clear. The bond angle between FSF bond angle the FSF bond angle in this case will be not equal to 120 but equal to 101.6 degree. What is the reason behind that? The reason behind that because lone pair is repelling their bond pair. If lone pair, one of the equatorial position of the lone pair is repelling what? Repelling the bond pair, all the four bond pairs. But remember that lone pair axial sigma bond repulsion is more than lone pair equatorial sigma bond. So lone pair gave more repulsion to the axial bonds and less repulsion to the equatorial bond. I am repeating once more. The lone pair gives less repulsion to axial bond and more repulsion to equatorial bond. That is very, very important. Look at that once more. Xenon will occupy the central position. Fluorine is here. Now in this case, what is happening? Now there are two bond pair and three lone pair. So all three lone pair occupy what? They occupy what? All three lone pair occupy the equatorial position. And both the fluorine are present at the axial position. So XgF2, the geometry is what? The geometry should be like sp3d, that is trigonal bipyramidal, but the geometry is not this. The geometry is like linear. Why? Because of the presence of three lone pair. Now look at the structure of BRF3. In case of BRF3 also you have a bent T-shaped structure. Why? Because of the presence of lone pair. Remember that lone pair occupying the equatorial position in sp3d is very, very important.